Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trina and we're going to talk about some makeup. This is going to be like a weird video because we are going to do a foundation wear test, but I'm also going to throw in a couple other products that I've been playing with for the past few weeks and give you my thoughts on those. So it's kind of like a mishmash of a lot of things. But let's get started with the most important part. So we can, for time management, because I have to do a check-in later. I'm going to try to do two check-ins, but in case I can't, I will leave the third check-in in the description box, so we'll see how it goes. The product we're going to try out is the new CoverGirl Trublend Matte Made Comfort Matte Foundation. The new one with the black lid. It's supposed to be, it says on the bottle, transfer resistant, and that's what kind of piqued my curiosity. I normally would not buy a matte foundation because I have dry skin and it usually doesn't work out well. But, we'll give it a shot because it says comfort matte, so we'll see. This CoverGirl foundation comes in 40 shades, which is pretty impressive for drugstore. I'm not going to lie, CoverGirl is not my favorite. I don't own a lot of their stuff. There was only one other foundation I liked, and that was the Elixir. So hopefully this works out. But anyways, let's get down to business. I went with shade M60, which is called Natural Beige. Picking out a shade seems easy, but when there's 40, it kind of makes it like even more overwhelming. I'm pretty sure what they do is they split it up. The M stands for medium. They also have L for light, and I believe T for tan, and D for deep. So you would pick your category, and then within your category, pick your shade. I usually, when it comes to drugstore stuff, anything that has the words natural, beige, something like that in it is usually my color. So that's my scientific way of picking it out because, you can't test these in the store. Usually my guesses work out right. So like I said, I have M60. Right now, I got a little bit of sun. I would say maybe I'm a MAC NC 30. Well, I can do both NC or NW, but I'm roughly a 30 right now. You don't have to shake this. Don't ask me why I am. It's just what I do. It comes in a nice glass bottle, has a pump with a lock mechanism. You have to twist the top to unlock it. Claims. Excuse me. 12-hour comfort matte, pore minimizing, oil control, transfer resistant, and like I said, 40 shades. It promises a flawless finish. So it's some pretty big claims for a foundation that cost, I believe, $8.84 from Walmart. I'm going to start out with, I usually don't do a full pump. Wow, that's a lot for one pump. Look at that big old mound. It's thick too. Oh, look, it doesn't even come off. It doesn't even move. So, the only thing that I have on my face, because it's a matte foundation, so I worry about my dry skin, I have my usual skincare and some beauty oil that we're going to talk about a little bit later in the video, so that's why my face is shiny. But I don't have any primer on because this says it's supposed to pore minimize, and we're going to put it to the test. I'm going to do half my face with the Beauty Blender and the other half with a brush and see which way works out better. So I'm just making some little dots. And then I guess this will be the Beauty Blender side. So let's Beauty Blend. Making sure you guys can see me. I'm giving you the side eye. This is not as heavy or thick as I thought it would be for the way it came out on my hand. I can still see my freckles. I I have a little mole here. I can definitely see it. I have freckles all over my nose, and I can still see them. So I would say this is light coverage, but beauty blenders tend to, you know, sheer things out. So let's see what the brush side does. You know, it comes out really thick and looks, you know, obviously thick because it didn't even fall off my hand. But once you, like, start rubbing it in the warmth of your face, it thins out. It's not as thick as it first appears. It goes on nicely with the brush as well. It's not streaky or anything. It looks really good. I think I like the brush better. It's slightly a little bit more coverage. But I can still see, you can see my beauty mark above my lip. Well, this is always going to be visible because it's actually like a legit mole that's raised up off my face. So there is no product that's going to cover this up. But the freckles on my nose are absolutely still visible. The coverage level is not too much different. I usually do not, I'm happy. I'm okay with this. I don't mind my imperfections showing, my freckles, things like that. I would totally wear this just the way it is. But I'm going to put on another layer just to see what happens. If you have a lot of imperfections with one layer, it's definitely not going to do anything for you. Because I can, like I said, totally see everything. I'm not going to, maybe I should. I just feel like it's, like, gosh, it's a lot. And you guys know I don't do cake face. But for the purposes of science, I'm going to do it. There isn't a huge difference, like I said, between the brush and the beauty blender. So this second layer, I'm just going to brush it on. Because I want to see what it looks like, you know, built up. And the beauty blender, you know, just naturally shears things out. And I don't want that. I want to see how much coverage I can get from this stuff. Ooh. It does. It has a smell. Like, it's not yummy. It's not grossly offensive, but it's not yummy. It's slightly, like, chemically. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it does have a little bit of a scent to it, but it's going away. I only really noticed it whenever I first applied it. Alright. I surprisingly don't feel like cake face. This is not as a heavy, thick, matte foundation. Ooh, I got a lint. Alright, I'm taking a good look at myself real quick because I want to look at my pores. It did. Oh, wow. Huh. It does. Slightly blur them. They're not as pronounced as they usually are. Of course, I think I have the biggest pores in the world. Like, when I look at myself in the mirror, it's the first and only thing I see. And I do feel like it made them a little less. Yes, I will blend all day. I have a blending problem. I'm always afraid of things not being blended or looking streaky. Huh. The coverage level did go up. I can still see freckles on my nose. I can still see the beauty mark above my lip. I don't know if you guys can see that right here. And I have, you know, little freckles, you know, sporadic on my face, on my cheeks, and I can still see them. So putting on a second layer bumped up the coverage. Maybe I would call it medium. But it's not a full coverage product. So if you like that, you know, really full coverage, make you look perfect kind of thing, this is not going to be for you. It's not going to be enough. Alright, so that's that. It's on. I am going to put on some blush and highlighter because you guys know that's how I calculate wear. So I'm going to go do the rest of my face, and when we come back we will talk about those other products. It is 10:10 a.m. so we are officially starting the clock. So I will be back shortly with a done face. Hello, we're back for the second part. Yes, I know only part of my face is done because we're going to do, not really a get ready with me because that would just take too long because I talk too much. But I'm going to give you a general gist of what this is and how I did it. Let's talk about the other things first, and we'll save this for the last part. The face, ooh, it's just about to roll off a table. Ooh, let's not let that happen. Alright, earlier I mentioned a face oil. I got the Milani Rose face oil. It's technically called the Prep and Brightening Rose face oil. According to the package, if I remember right, you can use this as a primer as well. In a sense, I kind of do because I put it on before applying makeup like I did today. Do I think it does like anything drastic for your foundation and making it last? No, not really. But it does, for me, my dry skin makes it so when I wear the foundation, I don't, you know, because sometimes when the day wears on, certain foundations, your face, if you're super dry, you know what I'm talking about. You just feel like, you know, it's just sucking the hydration out of your face. So I do feel like this oil helps keep me hydrated all day. I hope that made some sense and it came out right. I do like the consistency of this. It's light for me. I could not use this as a nighttime face oil. It's not heavy enough. I like something with a little more oomph to it so that, you know, I'm getting deep hydration during sleep. I use the Ordinary's Rose Hip face oil at night. But this is excellent during the day because it's light enough. It absorbs rather quickly. I don't feel greasy or, you know, thick and yucky, you know what I mean? It's not that kind of oil. If you put your nose right up in it, it does have a strong, to me, a strong rose scent because I'm sensitive to floral things. I don't usually like them, but I'm okay with this. Usually they trigger migraines, but this doesn't. The top is a push button similar to Tarte, their face oil and their rainforest products. But their top, Milani's top, actually works really well. It pulls up a good amount of product in here. You do not need all of this. I promise you, you will not. A little of this goes a long way. I just put a tiny little dot on my finger and I do it 4 times. Hit the 4 spots on my face and that's more than enough. All right, that's enough about that. Next new product that I recently got. Let me show you the box first because the box is so pretty. You guys know I'm a sucker for packaging. Jouer's newest highlighter, Celestial, part of their Jet Set collection. I don't know if can you see it. It almost reminds me of like a Louis Vuitton bag. It's got a pattern. There we go. It's got a pattern in it. I don't know. I'm corny like that. I like the damn box. Okay, but the product inside, she's beautiful. The description is like pink with a lilac duochrome shift. Something, or it could be the other way, lilac with the pink duochrome. One of those. Definitely those words. Not sure of the order, but it's definitely spot on. Depending on how the light hits it, you get pink and purple. So she's just stunningly gorgeous. Wait till I put it on. You guys are gonna be like, If you follow me on Instagram and my stories last week, you already know. But I am pretty doggone infatuated with this. It is not, what's so subtle. Jouer usually, their stuff is a little more on the subtle side, but buildable. This right off the bat, even with one tap into the pan, you'll see. You'll see in a little bit. So I've used this a couple times. I really like this. The texture is just right, you know, not too firm, not too soft, just right in the middle. You don't need to swirl your brush in this. Just gentle little taps will do. You know, I don't even know if you can see. You probably can't even tell. Just right here in the corner. I've used this like 4 or 5 times. Like I said, be gentle. You know, go in lightly. Alright. And then, now this is L'Oreal's Paradise Enchanted palette. Wow. I can't even, whew, where do I even start with this? It is slightly scented. It's sweet. It's not, I can't really put my finger on it. It just has a sweetness on it, like fruity sweetness. I don't know. Like I don't get like peach or strawberry or whatever. I just get a sweetness. I was pleasantly surprised by the pigmentation of this palette. On my Instagram, there are brush swatches on there that I was like, whoa. Anyways, let's get to it. Excuse me. Oh, and then one more newer Maybelline product. This is one of their new Shine lipsticks. It's an odd shape. It's not like their usual. It's kind of weird looking. It's super, super creamy, like a little bit heavier than a lip balm, but still feels almost like nothing on the lips. I do feel like it helps, you know, blur lines and makes your lips look, you know, nice and even. We'll put it on at the end and I'll show you. The shade I got was 065 Spicy Mauve. You know, just everyday easy color. Top peachy flesh shade. I've already when I did this eye, it was just natural for me to start doing this one, so I accidentally did already apply this as a base, so I'm not really gonna, you know, get into it. I'm just gonna lightly touch it up because I accidentally already did it. I'm sorry, but at least I caught myself and I didn't finish the whole eye look. Then there is this pink shade, which again on my skin tone is almost the color, you know, of my skin, but it is a buildable shade. So when you first put it on, it's super light, but it builds up so you can get the color and intensity that you desire. I'm just putting it right in my crease. You can see, yep, you can see me. I'm going to do one more layer. If you just, you know, dip lightly, there's really not that, there's actually no fallout at all. You know, we've discussed this. All this business is not necessary, all right? I'm not even tapping it off, and I have no fallout on my face. So I did 3 just really light layers right in the crease, and then we're going to play with my favorite color now, that bright corally shade. My crease is not, you know, really defined, so I like this little small brush because it gets right exactly where I need it, and it's small. Because most crease brushes, the bristles and head are usually big, and then I have eyeshadow up way higher than I want it. So I like this. It does take a little bit more time because it's tiny, but I'm okay with that because I have 100%, look, I just want to show you, I have 100% control. Don't ask me why I interrupted my own sentence. We're talking serious pigmentation. 2 little taps is all you need, and I'm building slowly because it will get out of hand quickly because this is a bright shade and, you know, it's not playing. I took this camel-ish type shade and dipped a little into this. This color is freaking gorgeous. It looks like a dark bronze, but it has like a pink shift and reflect in it. It's just beautiful, and I just touching back and forth to the both of them, just a little bit on my outer corner, just to give it a little depth. Not too serious, just a little. And like I said, I'm a slow builder. And then I also take alone the bronzy shade and put a little under. And when you do that, you can really see the orangey pink that's in it. It's, oh gosh, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. There's a few shades in here that look different in the pan than they do on, and once you put it on, you're like, oh my gosh, wow, that's in there. So they definitely, let me see if I can make you a swatch on my hand. See, look at that. I told you, look how, I mean, damn, did you see how much product I got from just barely dipping in? Let me, isn't that a gorgeous freaking color? So yeah, I'm pretty in love with that shade right there. Doesn't really need it. It's pretty metallic on its own, but I like to bring as much attention to my lid as possible to make my eyes look bigger. So I got a little dab of NYX glitter glue, and I'm going right in the center where I left the bare spot. Alright. And then the two shimmer light shades, this one and this one, we're gonna mix them back and forth. Again, be easy and light. You only need to tap just a little. Making sure you can see me. I mean, look at, isn't that gorgeous? And just how reflective and beautiful. I go a little bit higher. Sometimes actually will open my eye a little and go up here. And that's just a technique that I do for my eye shape. You lucky people that have the prime real estate of eyelids have no idea how lucky you are. And then I'm going to go back into the bright shade and just touch up a little, mainly in here, because I was going for like a halo effect. So I just want to brighten it up right there. Alright. And then the first shade that I put on, the all over shade, I'm using that brush just to blend edges. I could, trust me, keep on blending more, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to resist. Excuse me. I don't know what's wrong today. I'm so sorry. Alright. The deep metallic brown is what I'm going into next with a very teeny tiny detail brush on the lower lash line. And I'm trying to keep, because I already have that pretty bronze, you know, all across the bottom. Oh, you guys can't, I gotta remember to look up. So I'm doing this right at the lash line on the outer. This white, because you would think the white, you would use that as the lightest shade, but this white is not matte. It looks matte in the pan, but it's got a sheen to it. So if you're wanting a white matte, unfortunately, it's not that. Because it just has the slightest little sheen, and it's almost like a white with its smidgen of a pinky peach in there. Once you put it on and, you know, start blending it, you see the change, you'll see the color change. I'm worried with my bright lights that you probably can't notice the little bit of color that's in there, but trust me, it's not a matte white. And then I'm going to take the same matte white and this little bit of shimmer one down here, and that will be my inner corner. So that is the general gist of what I did. The eyeliner that I dropped on the floor, I have another one, but it's just in a different shade. It's also a Maybelline eyeliner. They're called Lasting Drama Light Liner. They sell them at Ulta, Walmart. They're like $4 or $5. This one's the purple one. The one that, the other one I have is the bronze one. There's gold and a black. The formula, it has the itty bittiest, most microscopic bits of shimmer, but they don't migrate or move or get in your eye. But they have this incredible brightening property. Like, they really do legitimately brighten your inner, what's the word? Your waterline. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. I mean, they really do work. Whenever I wear it, it you know, instantaneously just brightens, gives the whole eye an instant brightening effect. The last thing I did was some Tarte mascara. Love this mascara. I think it separates and volumizes one beautifully. So that's it. That's what I did to my eyes. I don't think I missed anything. Alright, let's get to the highlighter. I just have an e.l.f. highlighting brush, nothing fancy. Like I said, you don't need much. This just has such a pretty glow. I saved doing the highlight for you guys. I do have blush on. I have Tarte Celebrated on. I just went for something neutral and not too bright, since I'm going to have bright highlighter and my eyes are pretty doggone bright. I'm pretty sure you can see that, right? I mean, the reflective duochrome pearls that are in this are, oh my gosh, they're freaking just, I can't even find the words to describe it to you, because I wasn't expecting for this highlighter to have this type of glow. Let me see if I can make you a little hand swatch, because I just want you to be able to appreciate this highlighter. You see how it just has a glowing property of some, I don't know, it's hard to put words to. I'm just making sure I'm in a spot that you can see me. It glides on so easy. And it's pretty pigmented. Just, I hope I was in frame and not too turned. I always give my Cupid's bow a touch. And it's gonna pat the bottom, but you can definitely just one swipe it and you're good to go. Alright, I've adequately talked your freaking ear off, and I still have to do a check-in in a couple hours. I'm sorry, you guys know that I talk too fucking much. Ooh, I'm not supposed to say bad words. I am gonna go do house stuff. I'm gonna try to work up some sweat or something and do energetic things and really see if the water resistant claims are true for this, and I will see you in a couple hours. Hi guys, I'm here to do the check-in. I decided instead of doing one at 4 hours, I would keep going to the last possible minute till my son gets home, basically, because I know I probably won't be able to do another check-in after this. So right now it is 3:33. And let's take a look. What have I been doing? laundry, cleaning up, just normal house stuff, you know, nothing too hardcore. It's sunny here, but it's actually cold. Like, I know I have this tank top on, but there would be no way I could go outside in it. I would like be so cold. So I didn't really like work up a sweat doing anything because it's so darn chilly here. The foundation looks exactly the same as when I put it on. No, nothing has changed. My allergies were bothering me a little bit, so I had like some watery eyes. I was touching my nose a little bit, but I still didn't lose any foundation on my nose, which is really surprising. If I'm going to lose foundation anywhere, it's my nose. My nose is my problem area. I don't know why. There's only a small handful of products that, you know, don't fade off my nose. I don't really produce oil, you know, but that's the only thing I could think of that, you know, maybe I'm producing just enough to eat up my foundation, but it hasn't. This CoverGirl has lasted through it because everything looks good. Now, one thing that I did have to do, the Becca Hydra Mist loose powder, just right here in my cheeks. This is my super dry area. If I get extremely dry right here. I started to feel a little like that touch of, you know, when your skin feels, you know, that I don't know how to describe that like dehydrated, stretchy feeling. You know what I mean? So I just lightly touched right here on both sides of my cheeks with that powder, because that powder does have a cooling sensation and it does hydrate your skin. And as soon as I did it, the feeling dissipated. But I don't see any flaking, no like grabbing on to any spots or anything like that. My highlighter is perfectly intact. My blush is perfectly intact. I'm going to come in and get a little closer to you. Everything's still intact. Nose still intact. Bomb ass highlight still intact. I don't know if you can see it. You know, it didn't fully take away my pores, but it did I think a pretty good job at concealing them, considering I don't have any primer on. I just put the foundation straight to my face. If I would have put some type of, you know, pore filling primer on, it probably would have looked nearly flawless. By itself, no, you can't achieve a full flawless look. Like I said earlier, the coverage is medium with 2 layers. Even though I have 2 layers on, I don't feel cakey or heavy or yucky feeling. I normally wouldn't, like I told you earlier, I wouldn't wear 2 layers, but I don't feel bad having it on now. Now, I can't believe I'm getting ready to do this. Remember, the foundation claimed water resistance, and like I said, I haven't done anything to work up a sweat, so I don't really know. So this is the only thing I can think to do. I'm just gonna lightly like mist my face, and we'll see what happens. I can't believe I'm doing this. All right, let me see. All right, I usually use this for my hair. Oh my gosh. All right, I am going to cover my eyes because I'm not wearing a waterproof formula of mascara, and I don't want to ruin my eyeshadow because I really like it. So I'm going to cover my eyes, so this much of my face and a little of my forehead will be wet. Oh gosh. All right, I'm actually scared a little. Oh god. Woo! I got it right, get really concentrated in the chin. I didn't get much on the forehead. I feel like, hold on. Oh, okay. Whew. All right, I think I got myself pretty good. Oh, the things that I do, let me tell you. Oh yeah, I really got myself. I'm like soaked right here. It might even drip a little. All right, got this paper towel. All right, I'm just gonna very lightly touch where I'm the wettest. I'm trying to dry my face too. Oh wow. My lips stuff is on here. But if you could ignore the lips, I mean, see, I told you I really got my chin. It's not foundation. I don't see any foundation, just my lipstick touched it a little bit. Huh. Interesting. Let me hold on. Let me try do my forehead again. Ooh. Now I'm like, you know, getting all crazy about it. Because I'm kind of astonished. Huh. Wow. That is just, it's soaked in the water. I mean, it might have the just slightest, very slightest tinge of something right there, but it didn't come off. Huh. I'm not dripping, like I don't see any drip marks. Interesting. So I don't know. If you were like, you know, out in the hot sun, it might stay on. You know, if you just take, you know, something and blot, you know, a thin layer. There, I'm sorry. It's my alarm. Means I have to shut up now and go get my son off the bus. If you just, you know, lightly patted dry, if you were sweating, I think you would still be okay. So I'm definitely surprised because I wasn't expecting for it to last. So I think I covered everything. I'm sorry, I will not be wearing this for 24 hours to let you know if it stays on that long, but I'm going to see, you know, how much more. I'm going to try to keep it on as long as I can and put all the, you know, updates down in the boxy thing below and let you know about, you know, continued wear and what time I took it off and all that business. But as of now, we're looking pretty good. So if you're dry skin, don't be afraid of this. Actually, I think you might like it. If you're super duper oily, I think you're gonna have to prep your face first because it's not full coverage. It does like stay on like really well, but since I don't produce like oil, you know, I don't know how it would hold up, but it holds up really good against water. So it's really hard for me to determine that. If you have, you know, oily skin, you're having trouble finding a product, I think you should give it a shot. It's less than $10. Why not? But I like it. So I think that's it. The lipstick, as you can see, it did fade a little bit. The shine went down. I've had it on ever since we did makeup about, it's been at least 2 hours, if not a little bit more. And I'm starting to lose it a little bit, but I like this light stained effect and the fact that the shine went down a little. I wouldn't touch up. I'd stay this way until it was completely gone. I've been like just drinking and had some light snacks, nothing heavy. So that's it. Let me shut up and go get my son. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm officially done now. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.